Welcome to Larry's Library. This week we are taking a look at Black Magick, the trade paperback, Volume 1. This one is another gift from my daughter, the Comic Slayer. Check out her channel, link down below, if you want to see more of her picks and more of her commentary. So this is an Image trade paperback. The list price on this is, let's see, it is $9.99. Right now you can get it at InStockTrades.com for $3.99. Now, it is a very skinny trade paperback. This one collects the first 5 issues of this ongoing series. And I did a little research, and it is indeed ongoing, even though there hasn't been new issues in quite some time. I have been assured by many different sources that this thing is not finished yet, but it will be. So, this is written by Greg Rucka. Fantastic writer. I know him for a lot of his crime stuff, like Stumptown being one of my favorites for sure. And the art is by one of my new favorites, Nicola Scott. Yeah, some of you probably have known about her stuff for a long time, but I only got introduced to her when I read Wonder Woman Historia, which she had a big chunk of that featuring her art, and that was quite fabulous. So this one, you might say, is a police procedural with a supernatural twist, combining a couple of my favorite genres and smashing them together in a wonderful way, I gotta say. So the main character in this one is Rowan Black, and she has much in common with Marvel's Jessica Jones character, at least on a superficial level. They are both beautiful but brassy brunettes, you might say. That's a lot of B's right there. They also kind of dress similarly, and they are both detectives. But while Jessica Jones is a private eye, Rowan Black is a police detective. Rowan also rides a motorcycle, and she happens to be a witch. So this one is very much grounded in the real world, but yet magic is real, and witches have powers. And you get into a little bit of that here. It's introduced, but I feel like since this is only the first 5 issues of a much longer tale, this is setting up a lot of the groundwork and doing a lot of the world building to set you up for a much longer epic. And I am here for it for sure. The artwork in it is mostly black and white, I guess you might say, but it has a lot of texture and gradients in the form of ink washes. And every time magic is depicted, like glamour on an object or glowing eyes and things of that nature, it has a splash of color. And that splash of color really pops over the sepia tones and the ink wash that's going on here. And yeah, it's quite a spectacular effect. I liked it a lot. And I'm not normally one for black and white art, but I think the kind of black and white art I'm usually not a huge fan of is the more flat 2D looking art that's just simply black and white. Whereas this has many tones of many grays, some sepia, and a nice ink wash technique is used here, and it is beautiful. I mean, Nicola Scott's art is so great. I mean, I'm an art first kind of guy, so I mean, this story could suck, and I would still be there for that artwork. But with Greg Rucka, the story doesn't suck, that's for sure. It is quite great. I love this a lot. This is 10 out of 10 for me. I mean, there's no doubt. The only thing I have about this is where do I go from here? And I did a little research, and 16 issues of this have been published so far in single issue format. There are, I think, 4 trades out on the market that collects all these. There is one deluxe oversized hardcover, which is not easy to find. I found it still listed on Amazon when I initially looked this up a couple weeks ago when I was making some notes to do this video. And only found it at Amazon, but it was still new. It was listed as new. And I don't think it was discounted drop, so it was $34.99, something like that. And it collected the contents of the first 3 trades. So it was issues 1 through 11. And then, for whatever bizarre reason, I guess they're waiting for more material. I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense. Image has not put out any more hardcovers yet. So if you want to read everything that's published so far, you're going to have to buy, and you want the more premium format that I'm after, I'm going to have to buy the deluxe hardcover and then a trade. Let's get another skate trade. I'm thinking what I'm sort of what I'm planning to do. Like I'm going to buy that hardcover. Although I have to say, I looked it up again today, and Amazon now says it's out of stock. So this may be one that's going to be a little mini whale, or it's trying to become one maybe. I hope not. Not trying to set off any FOMO bells here, but I don't know. I mean, even if the thing is unfinished, this is so good. This is so well done and so enthralling that you're going to want it. I want it, even if it never gets finished. I still want it. But like I said, I did do some research, and I found some articles here and there and little snippets of interviews with the creators. And it looks like they are planning to come back to this. It's just that Greg Rucka is busy and Nicola Scott is busy with DC and other things. So they're planning to do more. I would say at least 6 more issues before this thing wraps. So maybe that's what they're waiting on the hardcover, for more to come out, and then we'll have 2 deluxes that maybe finish this up. Maybe. I could easily see this being a TV show. This would make a great, gritty Netflix show in the style of Jessica Jones, or even the much lamented Stumptown. That series was fantastic. That wasn't Netflix, but I think it might have been ABC. I don't remember, but it was great, and it was canceled. So that's the way stuff goes sometimes. But yeah, I did really love this, and I hope you like taking a look at the art from it. Yeah, it is fabulous. It's very much adult, so, you know, bear that in mind. So yeah, if this was going to be a Netflix show, it would definitely be an R-rated Netflix show, like I said, in the style of Jessica Jones. But we got some magic, and we got the police procedural thing going on. My daughter, Kristen, she hit it out of the ballpark once again in picking something for me, because I love this thing. So if you want to try for that hardcover like I'm going to do, then you might want to get on that. But otherwise, the trade paperbacks all still seem to be available, and they're very inexpensive. So well worth your time if you want to pick those up just to get this great story. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you next time.